Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Funfetti layer cake. Let's begin. So to get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl you'll want to place your butter and your granulated sugar or caster sugar and beat the two together until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. This normally takes around 7 to 10 minutes, but it may take more or less time depending on the climate of which you're in. Once you've noticed it's lighter and fluffier, looking a little bit something like this, you're then good to go. So you can give the bowl a good scraping down in between, but I don't always. And then you can add your eggs, beating one at a time, mixing one in between each addition. And once all of your eggs have been incorporated, you can add in your vanilla and mix until it's fully incorporated. It's a really simple flavoured cake, it's just vanilla with sprinkles. Then you can go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on around the sides and the bottom of the bowl. Don't forget to then add in your dry ingredients and mix these in on a low speed to start with, working up to a medium high, and then once you see a clear batter form, give the bowl one quick scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits of flour that haven't been fully worked in, being careful not to overwork the gluten in the flour. Then add in your sprinkles. It looks like a lot, I know, but you need them. Then just mix these in until they are folded in, being careful not to fold them in too much, otherwise they might bleed. Split the cake batter between the 3 cake tins and try and get an equal amount in each as possible. Again, it's not always easy, feel free to use scales, that's what I normally do, but I didn't on this occasion. Once you've got your cake tins filled, you can then go ahead and spread and level it out, and this will just help with the consistency of baking once they are in the oven. Don't worry, I will leave all the baking times, temperatures and everything else you need in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to go and check it out if you're interested in making this recipe. So once the cakes are baked and fully cooled, you can go ahead and level them off. I then just brush over some simple syrup, and this will help to keep the cake moist and keep it for a bit longer as long as it's stored correctly. You can't really go wrong with this. This is optional, so don't forget that. Whenever you're ready to start decorating, grab yourself a plate, board or stand and place a small blob of buttercream into the middle and place on your first layer of cake, pressing down to secure in place. This will act as the glue to keep the whole cake structured. On top of that first layer of cake, you'll want to place some buttercream. I'm piping mine in, but feel free to just dollop it on and spread it out. It's really up to you and your preference. I'm using a French meringue buttercream, but feel free to use whichever you would prefer. Then repeat the process of layering the cake until you have no layers of cake left. Then you can go ahead and start to apply buttercream around the outer edge of the cake. I'm not doing a crumb coat on this cake as it wasn't really that crumbly and it wouldn't have ruined the end result. So I just place all my buttercream into a piping bag and pipe it roughly around the outside, as remember we'll be scraping it down to get rid of any imperfections and try and get a much smoother and perfect look. Place buttercream on top and spread that out. I always start with the top for some reason, for whatever reason it is, I really don't know. I just feel like it's a good place to start. Then take a scraper and just start scraping away some of that excess. You don't have to go all the way around fully first, but feel free to, try and get as much off first and then fill in any gaps like I'm doing here. It's really easy to do. You'll just fill in any gaps and you'll notice that I do miss some and then you don't, and as you're scraping the buttercream around, it fills in those gaps and crevices that haven't been filled in. Don't forget to remove the scraggly edge as well. On top of the cake I wasn't sure what to do, and I wasn't sure how I was going to finish this till I got there, so I just simply took a palette knife and did a swirl on top of the cake. I always like to do this, it's just a very quick and easy, kind of simple decoration but quite effective. Then around the bottom edge of the cake I take my rainbow sprinkles and I just create a border that's not perfect, it's kind of rough and choppy, which is what I like. It gives some texture and dimension, and here is what that looks like so far. As I said, I wasn't sure how I was going to be decorating this cake today. But then I went along and placed a blonde chocolate drip on top, around the top edge I mean, because the contrasting colour works really well, and I had some blonde chocolate spread that I needed to use up, so I applied a drip like this and it looked okay, it was good enough for this. I wish I'd done some longer ones. Chill that in the fridge for 10, then you can pipe on your rosettes on top. Again, wasn't intending on piping rosettes, but I had buttercream left over, so thought why not. Then finish the rosettes with some more rainbow sprinkles and you're good to go. As you can tell, this has got a lot of rainbow sprinkles and it's a Funfetti cake. It would be wrong not to have that many sprinkles on there, let's be honest. So then here is what the cake looks like once it's fully baked, fully cooled and fully decorated. you'll be able to see that you've got 3 layers of Funfetti vanilla cake. You can see the pops of colour in there, and that is from the sprinkles. Make sure you use Bake Stable. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again very soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social medias. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.